Hello everybody, welcome to Wednesday here at the Comfy Nest of Grace. I'm going to shut off that big light so that you guys don't get such a glare. We are going to be creating with Couture today. We're going to do some ATC cards, and I'm going to show you where this crazy idea has come from. But I wanted to show this to you again, just a reminder. If you are looking for more information, automatic information will be sent to your messenger here on Facebook. If you need my links, you are just going to type in the comments #links. If you want info about the Craft Therapy Club, #club. To get on the email, you'll do Insider, and then to get the Telegram channel link, #Telegram. So I know a lot of people do the exclamation point. I don't do that. I do the hashtag one. So if you want that information, there you have it. You're going to type in one of those things, or you can do 4 different comments with the 4 different codes, and it'll send the information to you directly here on Facebook. It's kind of cool that it's automatic. Okay, then you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for me. You just get the information right away. Let me see. I'm going to grab the feed and make sure that you can actually see and hear me. So that's going to be the first order of business. And then I'm going to show you this funky little book that I got. So for those of you who have been hanging out with me for a while, it's no secret that I love to use junk to create projects. Like here is our local clinic does this. It says selfless dedication to the well-being of others. It's like a magazine or a little newsletter thing that they send out to people a couple times a year. So I got it in the mail. There's my address. And I thought, I'm going to use it to make a book. So I have made this into a mixed media book, a collage book that I will use eventually for something. I've got all of the insides done. There's a little pocket here. I just need to, use it. I'll decorate it somehow, use it, and do the cover. So that's one example. Here's another example. Do you guys remember the Beach Babe book? This was junk mail that I turned into in the Craft Therapy Club. We did this as a glue book, and the whole theme was beach babes. I just kept going online until I found these really cool vintage old photos of ladies and gents in their beach gear. You gotta have a Marilyn Monroe in there. And this, I just loved it. It's beach babes. I just loved it. I had so much fun with this whole theme of this book. So similar to that, I have this little doodad here that I'm going to tell you about. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Hey, Kim, how are you guys? Oh, look at Holly Spear. She's got an 18-month subscriber recognition in the comments. So hearts to you, Holly. Thank you for being a long-time subscriber, a long-time friend here at the Comfy Nest of Grace. You are so appreciated. I love that. Facebook does that for you guys who have been here for when you're celebrating your anniversaries as a subscriber. Hello, Janice. Hey, Debbie, Darla. Welcome, ladies. Okay. Hey, Sue. I see you. This is Bethany Lutheran College. Don't be offended, okay? Both of my kids are in high school, junior and senior in high school. They're getting a ton of college marketing, booklets and pamphlets. You guys, it's a ton. Look at, so much. Vanderbilt University, Bismarck State College. We get a ton of this stuff. Westmont in Santa Barbara. I don't know how we ever got on that list. We get a ton of this stuff, and it kind of breaks my heart to just throw it in the garbage. So I try to turn it into things. So this one, I think I had. No, this one isn't even cut down. This was no, it is cut down. It is cut down. It was a regular magazine size, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, I used glossy sprays on the inside, and I was just playing with my sprays. It's just, right? If nothing else, if you take your junk and you use it to practice, that's one way to save yourself some money. Somebody asked recently in one of the groups that I belong to, is junk journaling expensive? And I was like, X to the no. No, it's not expensive, especially if you just think outside of the box and use the stuff that you already get every day. Grocery bags, gift bags, pamphlets, junk mail. You can use this stuff to create with. So here's the thing. I used some glossy sprays on these, and the colors are amazing. I love it. It was really fun to play with these. but because they're glossy, when I went to take this out of my box, the pages were all stuck together from the glossy sprays, and a couple of them, see that little white mark? That is the paper actually tore right there. And here you can see it stuck to itself so hard that it tore. So we're gonna work around that. I was going to do some little booklet project with this, but I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind because I think we'll be able to get out of this some great ATC cards. Artist trading cards are 2.5 by 3.5 inches. Here are some examples. These are ones actually that I got in swaps from Karen Hodges sent me. Karen is in West Virginia. And Tammy Entrigan sent me a couple. I'm just going to use theirs as examples. So thank you to Karen and Tammy for giving me these examples. ATC cards are the size of a regular like deck of cards. 2.5 by 3.5. A lot of people use old playing cards, but you can use anything that you've cut down to that size and to decorate with. Create with them. These are very much collaged. You can see there's focal points on this one. I love this one with the bird. She used a sticker. I don't know if this was tissue paper or napkin or a sticker. I can tell that's a sticker, but I'm not sure about these two. Suspecting a napkin, but I'm not entirely sure. Tissue paper, who knows? Look at these. When Karen sent this to me, she said, this reminds me of your two boys. I love this so much. They're lassoing a couple of little playmates there, horses, or maybe they're little Shetland ponies. I'm not sure. But how cute is that? And then this one, hello, and she's got a little star in her hair. So these were made by some of you crafty chicks and sent to me in one of the swaps that we did. So thank you, thank you. I thought we would cut these down to 2.5 by 3.5 and decorate them with chalk couture because you can, because we can. Hey Betty, how are you? Hey Jeanette, good to see you, friend. Brenda's here. Oh no, Brenda, I'm sorry that you're sick, my friend. I'm sorry, darling. Blessings to you. All right, let's get a cutter out so that we can cut these down to 2.5 by 3.5. I'm just going to tear this apart. Well, let's do one at a time. I don't need all of it. Like, I love that so much. Let's cut it down. So 3.5 tall by 2.5 wide. So I want to go this way because I want it to be this way so we can see the drips go in the right direction. So I'm going to cut it 2.5 inches wide. See if this cuts through. Oh yeah, easy breezy. 2.5 inches wide by 3.5 inches long. And I want, do I want the purple or I'm not going to get all of it. I think I'll take the purple. So there's my first ATC card, right? Cool. And the other side is decorated. Now, a lot of us on our ATC cards, like you saw those ones, we put these little artist trading card identifiers on the back, and it just has the title of the card, who made it, the artist, and just basic info. Like maybe you can put what supplies you used, or like if you were with a group when you made it. Like yesterday we did the box opening for the ATC mystery box group. So I put that on there when it's with that group, put the date. And if you're making more than one in a series, you can number them. So most of us put some kind of information on the back. So the back doesn't even really matter, but even if you wanted to make, if you had a practice book like this, junk mail that you were practicing on, right? So these pages, I gessoed them with white gesso, I think, and then I sprayed on them just to play with my sprays. It's a great way to get to know your supplies. Now I can turn around and use these as a background. I'm going to use it for ATC cards, which is that 2.5 by 3.5, but you sure could make tags out of these. You could make little journal cards out of these. You write in the comments. Those are just a few of my ideas that come off the top of my head, but in the comments, why don't you write, just shout out some other things that we could make with paper like this. So it's junk mail turned into a little, I was going to make it into a book, but it definitely was a practice place for me with my glossy sprays. And now I'm going to cut them down and make something out of them. This I will not throw out because I can make a little tag or something out of that. This is going to be our first ATC. And if you don't know what ATC stands for, it's Artist Trading Card. So we create little works of art on cards, 2.5 inches by 3.5 inches, and then we trade them and swap them with other artists. It's the funnest thing ever, I think. So here we go. There's another great one with a big drip. That part is really pretty too. All right, we got 2. We're gonna try to get a few out of this. Now here, this is where that fold was. I don't have to waste that, right? If I cut this straight in half, I could get 2. What can I make out of these? I immediately think of something, but I'm gonna let you guys say in the comments what you think. I love that look on there. So these won't get wasted. They'll get used on something else, but I'm looking specifically to make a few artist trading cards. So let's see. I love the look of that right there. I love the drippies so much, as you can tell. I do a lot of them. Let's grab this piece right here and cut this down to get one more. I like this side more. I have to cut a little bit of this off because that's where it was connected to the other one, and so that is a little bit worn out, this edge, but that's the edge I want to be part of my card. So I'm going to cut that edge off first, and then we'll cut it down 2.5 by 3.5. I'm going to go 3.5 this way. Now, if you want to make something similar, artist trading cards are traditionally 2.5 by 3.5, but there are people who like to make circle ones that are like 3-inch circles or a variety of shapes. You do not have to follow the traditional protocol. Heck, when you're creating, you can do whatever you want. Just don't, please don't forget that I will always encourage you and remind you that there's no real rules. If you see someone doing something like today you're seeing me do this, but you have another idea of a way you want to accomplish or do a project, then go for it, girl. Go for it. You do you. All right. For some reason, Google is not letting me see your comments anymore. So I'm going to see if I can open you guys up in Safari. Somebody just walked through the door. Who just came into my house? There shouldn't be anybody here, but there is. Hold on, girls. I got to go check because it's weird to not be expecting somebody and have someone walk through the door. Hold on. Hello? All right, that's really weird. I don't know if my husband came home to grab something. Maybe I know what it is. My son came home to get his keys. He forgot his keys for work. That's what it is. I tell them, will you just text me and let me know that you're coming home so that I'm not like weirded out by that? I texted him and said, you forgot your keys. So I'm sure it's his lunch hour and that's what he's doing. Sorry for the interruption. It's better safe than sorry, right? Hi, Brenda. How are you, friend? I know. Aren't these great, Lisa? What a fun background for ATC cards, right? So you get 2 in 1 here. 3 in 1. We're going to use junk mail. Okay, gesso the pages because they're generally glossy, gesso them, and then it's primed for whatever supply you want to put on there. You can use those pages to practice or to play with whatever supply you want, whether it's watercolor paints, pencils, markers, sprays, inks, like whatever you want to do. That's what I did. I used my sprays, my glossy sprays, and just was playing with color. And now I was planning on using this as a book, but the pages are sticking together too much. So I thought, what else could I do with these artist trading cards? We're gonna cut them up because now we have all these fun little backgrounds for making artist trading cards. So let's do 3. I don't know, you guys tell me in the comments. When we got together yesterday for the artist trading card mystery box opening in the club, and the doors to that open just for a couple of times a week. So if anybody's interested and you want a link to maybe joining that group, let us know and we'll let you know in the comments how you do that. We'll get you that link. But when we were doing it yesterday, we got together and we opened our packages live, and then we create with them. I don't know why, but I always do 3. I mean, some of the girls do 5, 6. Some people just do 1. 3 is my number. When I do an artist trading card session, 3 is my number. I don't know why that is. I always work in 3s. I think it's so odd now that I think of it. So if you have a number when you create ATC cards, let me know in the comments. Lisa is like the queen of being able to make a ton of them at once. She's really good at it. Okay, look what I pulled out. Now, we used a few of these in the past. I love this one. Chase Dreams, Not Approval. But look, they fit great. These are the, they're size B transfers, but even though it's a size B transfer, instead of getting one big design, you get 12 little designs. They're 3 by 3 each, right? How fun. Even the rainbow would be really fun on here. So let's flip these out of here and decide which ones. Kim, do you always do 3? I always do 3. Why do I do that? I don't know. Look at the little rainbow. We were just talking rainbows last night at the Craft Therapy Club. Oh, I haven't cut these apart yet. I should get my transfer trimmers out. I'm not fully prepared. Imagine that. Look at how cute that is. And I think I'm going to do it just all in one color because the background is so busy with the drips and all that. I'm reaching for my fuzzing cloth, girls. You can hear me stretching. It's quite a workout for a girl like me. I'm going to fuzz these a little bit. I think I'll use the rainbow. I really like this one, and I haven't had a chance to use it, this You Got This, because I like the bold font a lot. So, come on. Come on. Sticky thing. Come off there. Not that one. I want this one. The cherries are really cute, too. I'm kind of getting... Oh, I didn't cut these off either. I'm kind of getting... are you guys starting to feel the spring fever? I'm getting excited about the warmer weather. It's still a little cool here. I mean, it's not quite like... We can't go out without a jacket. I can't anyway. My kids do. My husband does. But I'm too wimpy. I still feel like it's too cold. Okay. So I want to point something out. Focal point here is a little rainbow. That will be the focal point here. But there's still room for some words or a little phrase, or like an inspiration or something. Here, your focal point, this is so big that the words become the focal point. Okay? There's no right or wrong. Either one of them is fine. You just keep in mind that, well, this one, this design, Chase Dreams, Not Approval, have both like the focal point graphic and the phrase on there. So that's one and done. Well, let's use that one. These two, you don't have to, but I probably will add something to them. But this one, it's just going to be one and done. If I want to go a little lower, I could punch a hole and put a dangly on there too. That would be cute. I'm just going to use, I think I'm just going to use white so it shows up real well. Black would show up well, something neutral. This has a bit of white in the background. This one doesn't have as much white. Now, keep in mind, I'm fuzzing these. They're sticky transfers, right? They stick to things. So I'm fuzzing them, adding a little bit of fuzz to make them less sticky so that they don't stick too strongly on here and rip my paper. I did not prep this because it's already glossy, you guys. And this has been curing for like months, and this has been sitting around for months and months and months. So I don't feel like I need to put a top coat on it because of that. Now, I actually might just do You Got This on here. Let's do that one on there. No, over here. I might change the color of the paste though. Because I'm, with all that white back there, I'm not sure that that's going to show up real well. So I'm going to pick a different color, maybe like a yellow, something really bright. And then we'll do the rainbow. And I am thinking just one solid color for the transfers so that they show up really well. Let me think here on this one. I'm going to go up a little higher so I have room down below for a little phrase. Whoops. Stuck to me. So this one will get white. This one will get white. This one, I only took 2 neutrals out. So I think I better go grab something really bright. Like I said, like a yellow. Looking underneath here. We just have purple, blue. I think there's a little bit of gold, white, and teal. So teal would be good. Teal would show up great. I'm going to grab, if I have some. Trying to get it centered, ladies. If I have some, I'm going to grab some teal. Oh gosh, you have a yellow coating on everything. Is this like the buds are blooming and now the pollens are kind of hanging out? Oh my gosh. Carrie, I got this transfer quite a while ago. Let's see. It is called You Got This Minis. You Got This Minis. And I'm using the You Got This one. That's kind of funny. All right, let me see if I can find some teal. I'm just right here on the other side of the camera. Or I wouldn't mind doing yellow. I don't know why I've like, ever since we did that one page and had that bright yellow, I've been like kind of warming up to the color. No pun intended with the yellow. Okay. There's got to be a better way with the paste so that I can see all my colors. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up in yellow. I don't even know that I have teal, you guys. This is not teal, and it's a shimmer. I don't want shimmer. All right, let's just go bright yellow. Can't hurt, right? We'll go with that super bright. Oh, pollen everywhere. Are you allergic? Do you have allergies from pollen, Holly? Does it bug you? I used to have allergies when I lived in Boston. I had allergies in both the spring and in the summer, or spring and fall, but now it's just the fall. Thankfully, the spring doesn't bother me too much. Okay, this is for the You Got This. It's going to be really bright. And then the other two are going to be white. And then we'll probably embellish these a little bit more. You can see the word right away. As soon as you push that paste through there, you can see exactly what it's going to say and how it's going to look. Cute, right? And these little ones, they don't take long at all. They're just teeny tiny little projects. So cute. Really cute. All right. I put this right back on the backing. Even if it's dirty like that, I'll just wipe that with a, a wet rag when I'm cleaning these in my laundry room. I always take them to the laundry room so that I can put them through, in the sink and rub them clean that way. Okay. White and white on both of these. Hey, Kim, how are you? Oh, Holly, you were complaining last night about them. Oh, man. I hope it goes easy on you. I hope it's not a long season of it. Some years it's just tougher than others. I do know that with my own allergies. It's like, what is going on? Why do they linger so long sometimes? Or they're really, really tough sometimes. When I lived in Pennsylvania, I think they were the worst for me. Pennsylvania and me. My body did not like whatever was floating through the air in the spring and summer in Pennsylvania. It was always like really bad. Strange, right? Your body adapts to where you live. Oh my gosh, you guys, my paste took on the color of the ink behind it. Whoa, that's wild. It didn't on here, but it did over here. And I can't even tell you, you can even see it on the transfer. You can see a little bit of that color transferring right there. Can you see it? I can't even tell you. I'm going to show you something here. So I have Distress Oxide sprays. Let's see. I have Delusion ink sprays. I have Dina Wakley Media gloss sprays. So obviously this matters because whatever color, and it looks like it's the coppery color. The coppery, let me see if I can find the copper. I love to put a little bit of metallic. It's not a Distress Oxide spray. It just says Distress Spray Stain. And tarnished, it's not copper, it's brass, it says. So I think it's this one that came through. Look at it, kind of make it disappear. It doesn't even appear to be there. How wild is that? All right, let's see what happens with the next one. Because this one doesn't have any of the copper in it. This one didn't, and this one didn't. This one had copper right in the middle, and that's where the butterfly kind of took on the tone of the copper tone. Any 90s girls out there who used to use copper tone in the sun? Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, this one doesn't seem to be doing it. It didn't seem to take the color on. How strange is that, girls? So this is why it's kind of fun to practice with your stuff. Like, bust your supplies out and just practice. Now, this one, you can hardly tell that it's there. I think what I'll end up doing is collaging over this with some papers and just salvage it that way. We'll still make it an ATC card. We won't just throw it out. We'll salvage it. This one, you can see that awesome purple drip going down on the right. This one, as it's drying, the You Got This is getting less pronounced, or like it's not as bright, especially up by the purple. Do you see that? I wonder if it would help. This is not the same yellow, but I wonder if it would help to come in with a paint pen. Let me just see how different. This one looks more golden yellow, and this one's more sun yellow. But I could go in and outline every letter so it really shows up more. How interesting. How interesting. Does anybody else play with their supplies? Just like get them out. Don't be too committed to what's going to happen with the process of the project. Like, they're just ATC cards, so it's no big deal. It's just junk mail that I'm creating on, so I don't feel like I'm out anything if something goes awry. I'm going to grab some papers that I pulled out, because I was thinking I might want to put some other little elements on these, but now this one I definitely have to cover with something, right? I'm going to cover it with something. So let's see, because the ink, the copper just kind of stole the thunder of that distress, or my chalk design. I'm looking for, where are my paper scraps? Come on, Gracie, where are they? Oh, they're right here. They're underneath another box. Hold on, girls. I'm just digging for some paper scraps. I'm just gonna grab a whole bunch of like excess papers that I have and see if I can't come up with a fun collage for this. I like those together. Look at how quick and easy would that be if I just went with that. It's actually quite pretty. Okay, let's do it. That was easy. See, I don't put too much stake in this. Janice, did you just see me? I just showed them all. Did you just come on? I don't know if I just missed that question a minute ago or what happened there. Because you're asking what kind of sprays did you use? I showed them just a minute ago. Did you see me do that? I'm trying to. Hey, Nancy. How are you, friend? All right, let's do a little collage here. Maybe we can come up with something cool. I got these Tim Holtz ones. The bag busted open. I had to tape it closed again. He's got some colorful... Oh my gosh, forget about colorful. How cute is she? Oh yeah, baby. She's adorable. We're putting her in there. If I could come up with some little, like a little yellow piece of fabric, I would be really happy. Go into my little scraps, and I have this little yellow. Must have been making something with that. Let's cut this down so it's not so long. So I'm gonna layer. We're just gonna pivot with this one because my butterfly disappeared. So I don't think anybody will know that butterfly is back there once I do this bit of collage work and put her here. Oh my goodness, is she cute. Now, I have lots of little phrases in my ATC box that are tiny little phrases. You need little things because these are only 2.5 by 3.5. So this was from one of the ATC mystery boxes. Oh, these are Christmas. We don't want Christmas. Let me get another theme. We're looking for another theme. The ones that we got yesterday, there were some really fun and sassy ones that Michelle gave us in the box. Here's another one. Now this is a digital download that you can grab off of my website too. I think it's like $1 or $2. It's not very expensive, but then you have it and you can print it out as many times as you want. So we'll pull a phrase for here off of that. This one, I can pull a phrase off of there for that, but I feel like it still needs something. So we're going to embellish that. And this one, let's just play with this one for a minute. I'm going to play with my marker and see if I can get that one to stand out a little more. You know what I might do with that one? Instead of trying to mimic the yellow, maybe I'll grab a black marker and outline the words that are yellow in black, because this shows up really well. Got shows up okay, but the Y, O, and U are really kind of like not as vibrant for some reason. So if I come back in with this, it'll really show those letters up better. Thanks for spreading the blessings, Nancy. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that help. You guys are good helpers when you do that. Carol, go back, and she's saying, I hope you'll go back and see my question. Do you think you can use the paste on regular stencils? It's not, it doesn't spread like paint. You could, but when you put it on a brush and try to like, I'll show you. Hold on, Carol. Here's just a piece of, I always have my, leftover watercolor paper, just kind of, when I have leftovers, I put them right close to me because I always want to test things out. So I have it here. So let's get a couple of different brushes out. I'm going to get a stipple brush out, and I'm going to get like a regular paintbrush, right? That you would pick up paint and spread it. So let's take a little bit of paste. It's much thicker than regular acrylic paints. It would be more like a heavy body paint. So if you try to spread it, it's very thick, okay? Now, let me grab a stencil. So if you had a regular stencil that did not have the Mylar, didn't have the mesh, and you wanted to stipple through a stencil, you absolutely can do this, right? You're getting beautiful color here. You could do this on a chalkboard and then it would be erasable, because remember, chalk paste is a water-based product that is meant to be erased off of non-porous surfaces. What I want to show to you is just, it's thick, right? It's thick, and this actually has it, both of them. You can see the brush strokes and the texture on there. You can see the stippling texture, which I love because you guys know I'm a big texture fan. So, I was originally going to say no, but I think you can, Carol. I think you can. I have never done that, but it spreads fine. It just spreads really thick. I think you're going to have a hard time controlling the spread. And if you're okay with that texture of the lines, that's good. Or you could water it down, I suppose, a little bit. And then here, this is stippled on. That looks, the application of that feels more controlled to me. So if you're good with stippling it on with a round brush, you could do that. You absolutely could do that. And it's erasable. It's water soluble, erasable. So you could do that on chalkboards and glass and erase it off. You could do it on mirrors. Like if you wanted to leave a special note, if your grandkids are coming for the weekend and you want to leave them a special note on the mirror, pick one from your "Today is the greatest" with the little stars. You could do that on the mirror with with your chalk paste, and then erase it when they're gone. And then the next time they can, give them a new little message. How fun is that? Hey, Susan, how are you? So Carol, was that the question that you wanted me to answer? How many colors of the paste? Oh, good gravy. I would say 40 to 50. I haven't counted them recently, Carol, but there are quite a few. There are quite a few. Let me drop for you. I'll just get you the link. And then you could go and look real easily. It makes it super easy for you to find when I give you the link. So let me drop the link in the comments and then you'll have it. Hopefully this works. Hopefully. Facebook's been a little weird about stuff lately. I tried to share a link to a Zoom or StreamYard call inside a chat with the Craft Therapy Club. It will not let me do it. It just deletes it immediately. It's the weirdest thing. All right, anyway, let's try this with the marker. I'm going to try to salvage this one with the marker. Happy Wednesday, Sina. How are you? Oh, Carol, please do. She said, I'll let you know when I try it. Okay, I think I'm going to do, there's two different sets of letters here. There's the outline, and then there's the letter on the inside. I think I'm just going to mimic the outline. Oh boy, I don't know. Now I'm wondering if I should have used white. I don't really have a steady hand, as you can see. This is why hand lettering is so hard for me. What? This one's really, that's the G. There's a lot to that one. No, I don't love it, but it's handmade. You can now you can see the yellow better for sure. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. You definitely can see the letters better. It looks more cartoony to me. It feels more like a cartoon theme, which is kind of cute actually. I don't mind that at all. On this one, I'm going to put some words under it. It just feels a little drab. So let's do this. Let's get out the paint marker. Worked really well on there. So I'm going to get out some of my brights. It's really, I don't have a lot of colors. Let's try to avoid purple because we have so much purple in the background. Let's do the coral, blue, teal. Let's do a yellow. And I have like this peachy orange. I don't know if I'm going to need all of these. And we're going to just color some of those parts of the rainbow in the other colors. You used to get pastes regularly, so you have lots of them. Oh, Carol, good for you. Good for you. I have a lot of them too. Okay, I don't know the correct order. You know how there's an order to the rainbow? Does anybody know what it is? I have no idea. I'm going to leave the middle one white. I can always go over it later if I want. But how fun. Like this totally gives you good reason to pull out all your supplies and just play with them. We're just playing. It's nothing. There's nothing. Oh, there's a lot of blue over here. I don't know if this is going to show up so well. Let's see. Oh, it shows up. There's nothing wrong with pulling out all the supplies that you have and just use them. Use them, friends. It's just so fun to be able to say, I got to use my Posca markers today. I got to use my Couture today. I love mixing. This is mixed media when you're mixing papers and fabrics and paints and sprays, and it's a piece of junk mail. Oh, I want to use the yellow for sure. I only have one more left, and I definitely want to use the yellow. So I'm going to put the blue aside. There's a lot of blue on here already. Ooh, good choice, right? With the white paste behind it, I think it's really helping these colors to look more vibrant. I'll hold that up close so you can see too. Oh, that's way better. Way better than it was. It just is so much more fun and vibrant. These feel so cartoony to me, and I love it. I love it. I love it. This one, you guys, you know, I'm a huge like nut over paper collage and stuff. This was only came about. I was not planning on pulling in anything like this out. Well, I had pulled these thinking maybe if there's a really simple design, I might want to put like a little something in the corner. But I wasn't planning on doing a whole collage. This one just didn't turn out at all. You really just cannot see that butterfly at all. So we're just gonna work around it. We'll cover it up. Not a big deal, right? I'm so glad you guys are here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks to those of you who hit that share button. You really are my helpers. You help to just spread the word and let people know that I got a creative page that they can follow if they're interested. And I'm just so glad you guys are here with me. Oh, I wanted to round some of the corners on these. I think I still will. I get excited to collage though, because you know I love to do it. You know I love to. This paper is just awesome. I don't think I have any more of it left, but it is very pretty. And then this little girl's just too cute for words. Can't pass her up. I wasn't thinking I would have a person on any one of these, but I really feel like I can't pass her up. There's kind of a lot right here, and I'm not loving that. I got glue on there, so I better clean that right away. That's better. It just felt like it was too much for on there. It was too big. So let me wipe off my scissor before that glue dries on there. That's like the oldest pair of scissors I have. I use them all the time. They kind of make noise. They're kind of creaky, surprisingly enough. Okay, let's pick phrases for these two. Like I said, I created this when it was my turn to fill the artist trading card mystery box. I created this, positive words and phrases for artist trading cards, junk journals, and art journals. There's just a lot. Give it to God, you're okay, the birds are singing, you make me happy. I love that one. Today is a gift, keep your hope, a heart of gratitude, life is a wonder, eat the cake, welcome sweet child, like I was thinking new baby. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, life is beautiful, stay positive, listen to the waves, soak up the sun, it's your day. All right. Happy, happy, joy, joy. I like that one too. Dance party in the kitchen. That comes from my personal, that's from my family. We used to have dance parties with my kids all the time in the kitchen when I was cooking and the kids were home with me. I used to do, Fly to New Heights would be great for the butterfly one, but we lost our butterfly. Create from the heart. Smile, it's contagious. That one's a good one. Let's grab that one. So I'm just going to cut these out in little, sometimes I separate the words and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I keep them all together as one. It just depends on how much space and that like on the card that I'm making. So I'm going to use that one. And I like smile, it's contagious. I'm going to put that with a little girl because she's got the cutest little smile. You can tint these with your inks. If you've got some inks or markers, like you can just tint these if you don't want them bright white. But honestly, I really like the bright white because it's going to show up really well. There's a little bit of white on every one of these cards, so it's going to pull from that and it's going to show up really well. I'm going to make this a little more narrower. This is going to go here. So easy. Yeah, these collections of words, you can buy stickers, you know, at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or wherever you buy your craft supplies, but I really love the digitals because you can print it over and over again. You can print it on white paper, you can print it on red paper, you can print it on a decorative paper. You just can print it over and over again so you don't have to feel like you have to keep going and buying stickers. Just reprint when you need more. It's especially true when, if there's a particular phrase that you really love, or like if you do a lot of birthday cards or birthday treats for people, you could make a little birthday. I think I'm going to cut this. You can make little birthday ATCs and attach the cards to their birthday gift. I'm going to do this a little bit wonky, but you know, so that they're not completely straight. Smile, it's contagious. Okay, now I'm going to do some cornering with those. Fix the corners. Hi, Chris Hunter. How are you, friend? What's happening, girl? You had a dance party with your children in the kitchen? Carol, it's some of my funnest family memories are the dance parties in the kitchen, to be truthful with you. Okay, let's see. I think that you got this. We're going to go with this little cut. Oh, that just hit me right in the eye. It's like a modern little cut. Okay, so we're going to go with that little, I don't know what it's called. I like these little cutters. They're just handy. You get 3 different options on there for cutting your corners. Okay, for this one's kind of pretty. Let's do this one. I always like it upside down so I can see that I have it totally in there so I don't mess something up, because I tend to rush through this because I get so excited. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to hold this up against the white, then you'll be able to see that pretty little edge it gives. And then this one, I'm gonna do just a plain round. And there's 3 different like degrees of roundness here. So let's do the deepest one, the biggest round. So it's really obvious. I'll hold it up against the white again so you can see how clean and nice that looks. It finishes them a little bit more than if they're just cut square. It just makes them just a bit more fancy. And this goes for anything you're making, like even your journal pages, even your tags and bookmarks and gift cards and whatever else that you've got going on in your creative world. You get all kinds of options for dressing them up just a little bit. I am seeing a ton of purple and I love it. There's really a lot of purple. I must have really been having fun with that purple spray that day. What do you think of them? Hey Kitty, I'm so glad you caught me live, darling friend. How are you? Thanks for being a subscriber. I see your teal heart after your name, so here's a heart right back to you. All of you girls who are subscribing to the page, thank you, thank you. And you know, of course, my Craft Therapy Club members, those of you who are members in the paid membership group, thank you. You are the heart and soul of what I'm doing here, and I just appreciate each one of you so much. So what do you think, girls? Now, we could, I love them the way they are. Put markers away. Hold on, girls. Love them the way they are. You can go further. You can put a hole punch the top or one of those little tab punches and put string through the top. You could put an eyelet and then like a jute rope or a ribbon so you can hang these to a gift bag or a gift if you wanted to. You could put danglies on them if you're including this, like if you wanted to slip this into a journal that you're making. You could put a little dangly on it to make it even a little more fancy. How about making luggage tags? Think about that. If you're going on vacation with your family this summer and you wanted to make everybody a luggage tag, you could make these, run them through your laminator so that they stay waterproof, and then punch a hole and put like, you know, like a zip tie on it or something so they can attach it easily to their bags for like if you have grandkids or kids going to summer camp or something like that. These ATC card sizes, 2.5 by 3.5, are just really good for all of those kind of applications. Do you have a favorite of these 3? I think I have a favorite. Yes, Missy, please pray. She said, I'm praying for my Friday. I have a doctor's appointment on Friday and I'm nervous because I don't know. I said to my husband, I don't know if any doctor is going to be able to help me. I'm kind of losing my hope, girls. So please pray, yes, that this doctor that I meet with on Friday can help me come up with a solution for all this pain that I've been having. Me too, Holly. She told me her favorite. That's my favorite one too. Yes, Kim, right? These for luggage tags. You could keep the back plain and then just put name and address or name and email. Like, you know how they do when you go through the airport, they ask for name and email just in case your bag gets lost so they can email or phone call you to say your bag has shown up in a different city. Luggage tags, they would be so cute. The rainbow one I think is my favorite. I'm actually going to do one more thing here. Let me think. I'm going to use black. I think black. And I'm going to come in around these white words. And I like to do this really messy. I'm going to come in with a black. This one's not what I want. I want actually a bigger tip. This one has a really fine tip. Let me see if this one has a bigger tip. Let's see if it's, I want it a little bolder. I'm going to come in and messily outline my words so that they pop a little bit more off the page. And I like it to be like, I'm not doing a super straight line. What I usually do is I usually go back and forth like this so that it's more dominant and it kind of draws your eye more to those words. You know, I'm purposefully hitting the paper and what's underneath it. So for here, this has got a little bit of fabric underneath it. It's got a little bit of paper behind it. But I do this and I think it just kind of grounds those words on the page and it helps them stick out a little bit more. I like that so much better. Almost forgot to do that. Kimberly, mine is the favorite. That's my favorite one too. The rainbow one. How simple. How simple is that? Susan loves the girl. She's got the cutest little smile. Look at that big bow in her hair. Are you kidding me with how darling she is? I used to wear those kind of dresses when I was little, like first grade. I just remember Sunday church or Easter, my mom would buy us the cutest little dresses. Oh, Sina says she loves them all. Good, I'm glad you love them. I hope it inspires you to go create something pretty that brings your heart joy. That's the whole idea. Just inspire you to bust out your supplies. Don't think too much about it. Get messy. Use your junk mail as a great, practicing place for your supplies to see how they work together. When you're using these junk mail pieces, a lot of them come with a really shiny coat to them. So just use white or black gesso. You can use clear gesso if you want, but a white gesso background is what I did on these. So it covers up all of this is Bethany Lutheran College. It covers up all their information. It gives me a blank slate to work on. And these are great little practice books for playing with your supplies. All right, girls, go make something pretty. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for being here with me. Love y'all.